Travel Michigan. I'm Dave Lorenz, along with George Zimmerman. And George, I'm starting to ramp up my Yooper accent for this next one.
Yeah.
Holy wow. I'm getting it down. I'll be ready if we need to pull out the creation story for the next event.
Okay. We'll look forward to that, I'm sure.
There we go.
Yes. So we're heading up to the UP, to Trenary, to talk to Diane Peterson, the treasurer of the Trenary Outhouse Classic. You probably didn't know, Dave. This is year 20 of the Classic.
Actually, you'd be surprised what I know about outhouses.
I probably would, and I don't really want to know.
Yeah.
So, Diane, first of all, congratulations. Your 20th year coming up on Feb 23, which is this week. So, tell us about the Classic.
Well, the Classic started 20 years ago with the name of a man named Toivo Aho. And Toivo started this race because of boredom. He had heard about a race in the state of Washington, so he brought the idea to a few people here, and the Trenary Outhouse Classic was born. The first year, we had 12 racers, and they raced down the sidewalk. Very crude outhouses, a thrown-together thing in a matter of weeks, but it has grown tremendously since then.
You know, Diane, I have to tell you, I have heard from my Yooper friends so many Yooper stories that start out with Toivo and... yes, it's just, there's so many of these stories. So to hear that
Toivo is real.
It's a real name.
Passed on now, but he was real.
And did he come from Europe and move to the UP, or was he born in the UP?
No, he was born and raised in the UP.
Yeah, and it was his idea.
It was his idea. Yeah. He had heard about a race similar to this, like I said, in the state of Washington, and thought he would bring it to the community. It was for something to do, something silly to do.
Yep.
Recruited people to race, and that's how it began. And every year it got bigger and bigger and bigger.
And so what do you expect for this year as far as like how many participants, how big a crowd, that kind of thing?
Participants you never know normally until the day of. Most people register the day of. Spectators, there's anywhere from 2,500 to 4,000 people in our little town, which has a population of 300 to 400 people on a good day.
Wow. Isn't that something?
That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. And so what is the course this year? Where will the race take place?
It takes place on the main street in Trenary.
Okay.
Right down the middle of the street. They build a track. Our track is 500 feet long.
Okay.
And our county plow trucks build this track.
Well, Diane, any professional race has certain rules, certain just appropriate ways to do the race.
Rules.
Yeah,
we do have rules.
So what type of rules are we talking about?
You have to build an outhouse with wood, cardboard, or something light, because you want to be able to run fast.
Yeah.
You need to have a toilet seat in there and a roll of toilet paper.
A roll of toilet paper, at least one.
A roll of toilet paper.
How about the two-holers? Can you enter the two-holers?
You can have two-holers, but you cannot have anyone ride.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. I think that's a good rule.
That's a very good idea.
You have to push it to win, and you have push bars mounted on the side, not to exceed 16 inches.
Now, are these on rollers? Are the
skis?
On skis, of course. Of course, that makes a lot of sense.
The UP in the winter.
Yeah.
That's right, on skis.
Okay. That sounds good. Well, I can understand how this whole thing started. Winters can be long in the UP. And, of course, that's the great thing about winter in the UP. You can do so many great things out of doors. But like you say, cabin fever can start to take hold about this time of year.
Yes, it can.
Now,
it can.
Back to the race for a second, Diane. So do they race 2 by 2? I mean, how does that work?
Each outhouse is on the track separately.
Okay, so you're racing the clock, basically.
Yes, best time wins. They're first, second, and third place, which is cash prizes.
So I'm trying to envision this. Is the track, is it like down Main Street or where?
It is down the Main Street. It is built up probably about a foot to 2 feet high, and it's 500 feet long, and they push their outhouses down that track.
And
they are timed.
Right. And it's one person pushing per outhouse?
Two.
A team of two.
Team of two. And each person, for entering this race, they pay an entry fee of $35, but they get 2 T-shirts, 2 rolls of autographed toilet paper, and special outhouse beads.
I must ask.
Who's autograph?
Who signs?
Well, the Outhouse Classic Committee, of course.
Oh, that's good.
Well, yes.
Yes.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah.
then it's a keepsake. You really could never use it.
Well, in an emergency, I bet you could. But
Well, there's, the nice thing about this event is, typically when you go to big events, one of the big problems with crowd management is not enough restrooms. So there you
That's
go.
right. That
you've
is
pretty well-
why
Yes.
you bring in porta potties.
Yes.
The crowd pleasers.
Yes.
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 Okay, very good. Well, in addition to the race itself, are there other things that happen during the
We have-
Trenary Outhouse Classic?
Yes, we have street vendors. We have a lot of food vendors. We have people selling crafts. Every year is a little bit different. We have one man that comes from the Sioux, and he is Chippewa fur traders, and he has all kinds of mittens and hats made out of fur. But there's people selling jewelry. There's been people selling knickknacks, many different things through the year. Everybody gives it a try.
Yeah, I'm guessing there'll be at least a listener or two, and perhaps a host or two of the show who have not been to Trenary. So, talk to us about downtown. What is downtown like? What kind of shops, restaurants do you have downtown?
What kind of shops?
Yeah.
We have a grocery store,
I see.
2 bars,
2 bars.
a
Yes.
gas station, a bakery, a
Okay.
credit union, and a post office,
Well,
and
that-
a little service station.
That's a good mix
That
of
is
stores.
Trenary,
That's
Yeah.
Trenary. So,
with a
okay.
caution light.
Yeah. Now, I assume the bars do serve bar food. Is that right?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah. So that's bar/restaurant then.
yes.
So basically,
And they have a bathroom, believe it or not.
and a bathroom.
That's good.
Now, of course, you're not too far away from Marquette, so when you come up, there are hotels in the region to find, not too far away.
We suggest people stay in Marquette, Escanaba, or Munising. We're pretty much centrally located within 30 miles of all of those towns. We do not have a hotel or anywhere for people to stay here. There are bus tours that come for this race.
Really?
So sometimes you can ask the hotel. Some of the hotels set them up. Some of the bars set them up in the areas. But normally we have busloads of people that come.
That's great.
Wow.
Well, it must be a heck of a big day in Trenary every year.
It is a very big day in Trenary. It brings some income in when the winters are slow, and every business needs that.
Right.
Isn't it true? And talk about something that, not only kind of brands the community, but I think it's really cool when people can kind of enjoy the kind of some of the fun, stereotypes, so to speak, of their community and just kind of laugh back at it. And in doing so, really show what a neat place it is.
Yes, in fact, Trenary is famous for outhouse races and toast.
And toast, that's correct.
And toast, yes.
You
and
do
toast.
have that Trenary toast.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
And it's still made there, right?
it is. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Trenary toast.
Very
and
good.
no, they serve that at the bars?
No. At the little restaurant, there is a little restaurant coffee shop attached to the bakery.
Okay.
And they sell coffees and their toast and cinnamon rolls and
And
things. And they're always open on the day of also.
And, it seems to make sense. I've seen the Trenary toast sold at the Youpers Tourist Trap over in Ishpeming.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Holy
Trenary
wow.
toast is world famous.
It
As
is.
outhouse races are world famous.
Absolutely.
Indeed. Well, your 20th sounds great, and it's coming up. Right, Dave?
It is coming up. It's coming up on February 23. And for more information, all you have to do is go to TrenaryOuthouseClassic.com. Diane, thank you so much. And have a good one. Everybody else is going. You might as well go too.
Yeah, exactly.
To Trenary Outhouse Classic.
Yes. And so, Dave, you got some other events, obviously.
Sure do.
You're following the Outhouse Classic.
a hard-
But
hard
like
to-
they say on TV, there's more. But
Yep.
there's more.
There is more. Coming up Wednesday through Sunday this coming week is Outdoor-rama. Somehow that fits really well. At Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi. Lots of basically outdoor outfitters and learn all about all the cool things you can do outside. So check that out in Novi at Suburban Collection Showplace starting on Wednesday. Blue Man Group is performing in East Lansing. That's a cool group coming to the Wharton Center for the Performing Arts. That is Thursday through Sunday. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard about these guys. They all are in blue, and they do crazy things.
Yes.
In the dark. but it's fun.
Yep.
Check that out. Over in Grand Haven, it's Grand Haven Restaurant Week. For somehow it starts on a Friday, but it is Grand Haven Restaurant Week. Goes through the entire next week, so it starts this coming Friday, so consider that. Romeo and Juliet is performing in Midland at the Midland Center for the Arts. That is starting Friday, goes through Sunday. They will and really impress you with their performance. Cross Country Ski by Lantern Light is this coming Saturday at Hartwick Pines State Park over in Grayling.
Beautiful park.
It is. And then the last one we have time to tell you about is the big garage sale. Their big garage sale art fair in Kalamazoo at the County Expo Center and Fairgrounds is coming Saturday. They always have something going on there. They always have something going on in Kalamazoo. So for more information, just go to michigan.org. Well, we've had a little fun with the Outhouse Classic. Now we're going to find out what's happening at Gilda's Club, the big fun Laugh Fest coming up next, right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at michigan.org.